cut Jacob loose and get to his new child.
No, appreciate that.
Yeah, man. You bet.
Okay. Oh, Jacob, I do want to show you a couple of things really quickly because I didn't know if you've ever seen the. I'm doing this a little differently than I would normally do a benefit counseling training call, but since I believe you're new to the Essential setup, I didn't know if you have ever seen it, the build out.
Yeah, I have one small group on the Accenture, so that's why I was hoping you went this way because I know how to use it a little. I can work through it a little bit.
Oh, perfect. Then I won't go all the way through it. I just wanted to show you if you're on the GoToMeeting. We got all the plans built out here. And then we've got a little extra of the benefit summaries, but if you can please provide tomorrow the benefit summaries for the benefit counselors and for the employees, that would be great, like a hard copy.
Okay,
I was
so
also,
you think I need to, I just print it up like, I think I just did 20 or so. Do you think I need 65 or benefit summary?
Margot, you're the one in the field there.
Everyone needs to have one.
Everyone needs to have one. Okay. All right.
Yep,
And unfortunately, I can't. I have to on the CalChoice platform. Every plan is on the benefit summary. I can't like narrow it to what the ones we're allowing them to choose. Is that an issue or?
No, because all we have to do is tell them that the list that is available. And I mean, otherwise, yeah, it's not an issue.
Okay.
It's not like we're taking anything away from them, but we selected the best plans in order to eliminate confusion instead of them having to sit and sort through 29 different plans.
Okay.
Yep.
And here are the 8 that you went ahead and selected for them. Like I said, there'll be like a brief description. And since Essential has already mapped the CalChoice and the Choice Builder forms, they're already in here. So we have the actual enrollment form and a change form. And my understanding is, and I don't know if you were able to confirm this, Jacob, is that they'll accept these so we don't have to do the manual forms and I can just get a PDF copy over to you.
Yeah, I confirmed it with CalChoice. I'll double check with Choice Builder, but they usually have the same.
Okay. Because I did that as well. For that was already mapped in here as well. So it's the same as the other under forms. And why is that not there? Hang on. I might have to add something. Let me check. Maybe I didn't hit save. Very strange because I know I did this earlier. So why it didn't save, I don't know. Okay, here they are, but I'm going to take a look. I think what it was is I got the dental and I forgot the IMED. So I'll go ahead and I'll add those tonight. So they'll be in there. And the employees, we got them in there. There was no problem. Just one employee, Margot. And I sent it. I think I might have put them in the notes and the guidelines. There was just one employee, a Stephanie Group, but yeah, her social wasn't complete on the census, so I had to put a fake one to map it. So she's the only one. Otherwise, everybody else, it was good to go. So we're fine as far as that goes.
Question:
and,
what happens if because the information I got is from the HR person, and they ran the ADP payroll report, but they have a new hire or some kind of way wasn't on that list. What happens then? Should I just take paper app for those, or because I'm sure it's going to be something like that. Someone isn't accounted for.
If somebody's not accounted, I can, benefit counselors can call me and I can see if I can manually input them real quickly or at least give them access, unlock it so they can add somebody. It's not as easy as our Harmony system. Essential has a few blockades when it comes to, people adding information because they want to make sure it's the correct information. But Margot, just let me know if you run across somebody tomorrow and I'll figure out a way to get it taken care of for you.
Okay, thanks.
but we do have 62 people. Also, why we have you on the phone, Jacob, before we let you go, I just want to see if Margot had any specific questions for you regarding the core benefits. And I did want to confirm something. You mentioned when I asked about the eligibility, first the month after 90 days. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. All righty. Okay, Margot, did you have any questions for Jacob while we have him on the phone?
I don't have any questions right now. Now, Jacob, you're going to be there tomorrow, correct?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't have any right now.
Okay, are there any questions regarding the enrollment guidelines?
No, I just wanted to mention, but I think they're going to let anyone who's there tomorrow, they're going to let enroll. They're going to waive that 90-day period. Even for the new hires, I think everyone is going to be eligible tomorrow.
Okay, so there might be a few people that just wasn't on the census spreadsheet.
Yeah, if they got hired in the last week or two, yeah, that's possible. But I'm just saying, like, say someone got hired in November, they're eligible tomorrow as well.
Okay, that's what I thought. We made it a zero weight on the eligibility in the system, so that won't be a problem with enrolling.
Yeah.
Ronnie, on this page you have it open right now. Before you go away, on the right-hand column, center, the effective date. This is a 1/1 effective date, right, Gabe?
Oh, yes, sorry. It's also up here at the top, Mike. I'm sorry. It's also up here, yeah.
Okay.
And I saw something in the next page. I messed it up. Originally, I got confused. There's no, on the core benefits there for the medical, they are not, it's not 50%, it's 0.
I removed it from the,
okay.
This is a revised version that I sent out, so I've removed that 50% of the medical, and I've removed it from the database as well.
Perfect, thanks.
And then I added that extra PPO plan.
Thank you so much.
So we've got the 8 CalChoice plans. Here's a CalChoice directory provider link. And for Margot, I also sent you an attachment, but I also put on the guidelines, and this is the, as I scroll down here really quickly, the logins for all the employees.
Okay.
And the URL is the arcdistro.essential.com. So just log into the Arc distro right here. And then for each employee, this is their username, and here's their password.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're all good with that.
We're getting so familiar with eCentral that we're doing it like almost as Harmony. I mean, as fast as Harmony.
I'm sorry, Marco, what was that?
We're getting used to these Harmonies, so.
Okay. Essential, okay.
Yeah, it's a piece of cake, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and if you have any, questions, just call me. I'll be here. Especially the first day. I know there's always some kinks we need to work out, so I want to make sure that I'm available for you guys, providing my voice is still holding up tomorrow.
It's okay. Your fingers still work, so we can text you.
Exactly. Mike, did you have anything to add? Because I know this is not our typical benefit counselor training call.
Right. I've got a couple of things. So let me get my little thing back up here. Where is it? Hold on. I have this open somewhere. Hold on. I've got a couple screens going on here at the same time. I had some things. Okay, so we're replacing AFLAC for the voluntary benefits, Margot. And one of the companies, there's 2 different companies here, ARC Distribution and Q Industries. We're going to talk about the schedule in just a second. So Q Industries had AFLAC. ARC Distribution has never had any voluntary benefits, so it'll be new for one, and it'll be a replacement for Q. The payroll slot is going away. And one of the things that's noteworthy is that Jacob and the owner walked around to the 7 or 8 employees who work at Q who are AFLAC policyholders and asked them if they'd be open to something that was better and less expensive, and they all replied yes. So I just thought I'd pass that along to you. It's not instrumental, but it's unusual that an employer would do that, and I thought I'd pass it along that he did, which is kind of cool.
And they have a copy of the bill, Mike, too. I sent it over to Margot Gabriel.
Good. Right. So you got that. As far as our plans, you know these better than you know your own name, so I'm not going to walk you through all of that. A couple of things, and it's just a quick reminder, since the employer is not contributing to the health plans, this is on the broker opener instructions, Ronnie. That's where I am. I'm kind of looking on mine. I have it open on another screen. I just, if employees ask you if it's typical that their employer is not contributing, I would just say, you know what, we don't keep up with that and don't really have an opinion or anything I can help you with there. I don't want to put ARC in a position of us broadcasting that, they're not making a contribution when most other employers do. So just be really careful about that.
Yeah. One other thing I want to add to that is, we need to be extra sensitive about that, because if they're actually kind of doing something, they're actually kind of offering like a fringe benefit to some of like the management staff. They're doing some like reimbursements that they're not offering to all the entire staff. So I would just play dumb if someone in management says something about that, because say like as far as that that's something you have to deal with your HR person with, because they're doing like I want to say like for management only, they're like doing like a $400 reimbursement that they're showing as income, as opposed to just doing offering 50% to employees across the board.
Right.
Got it.
Like a defined benefit plan. Right. Gotcha. Okay, so next, I always like to bring up, if I'm the one doing the chat, and just make sure that people understand the difference between pre-tax and post-tax, when they can and cannot, stop a benefit, add, modify, or delete, in the pre-tax side. I always just like to remind that. And then we've got mandatory one-on-ones. So the instruction we have is that we're going to meet with everybody, because we need to gather the waivers just as importantly as we will be gathering the enrollments. So that's what you should expect. And don't forget our survey form. I'm just cruising down through some notes. We're not printing with Ease Central any enrollment election forms, so there's a couple of things that we don't do, like circling the number of pay periods. But if verbally, you can either point to the screen and make sure the employee understands that these are not monthly deductions, but rather they are per paycheck deductions. So if it's $19, they don't think it's $19 a month, but rather it's $19 per paycheck. So just do our best to make sure that they're clear on the frequency of payroll deduction. Just scrolling down through my notes, because we're kind of doing this in an abbreviated way. I'm going to hit the schedule again. This is on the schedule page. Oh, Ronnie's got it up already. I've been staring at mine and not at yours, Ronnie. Sorry. So the way this is going to start is with ARC distribution. I'm looking at the first paragraph, second paragraph, rather. So at 11 o'clock, there's going to be a presentation, and then they're going to combine that with lunch. Apparently, it's kind of and correct me here, Jacob, the way I pictured it was, it's kind of a bullpen area where there's a lot of desks and everything, so you can have a meeting right there. People can grab lunch, sit at their desks, and pay attention at the meeting, etc. That's 15 to 20 employees, and then you can start meeting with those employees immediately thereafter. And then continuing at 4 o'clock in the production side. Now that's at Q. Q is the manufacturer, ARC is the distribution company. So Q is a production side, and they've got shifts. So at 4 o'clock, there is a shift change, and there's an overlap between 4 and 4:30. So at 4 o'clock, so a little before 4, you and Gabe are going to want to go over, actually one of you could go over to Q, leaving the other at ARC to continue enrolling with the ARC employees. Do the meeting for the end of the shift for the day shift, which is the same time that the night shift is coming on. That's that sweet spot of 4 to 4:30. So at 4:30, the day shift goes home, and of course at 4 o'clock, the night shift was just starting. And then you guys can figure out if you want to stay and catch 12 employees right away, which is what I would do. And maybe the two of you jump over and catch the night shift, so there's only 6 apiece because there's only 12 employees. And then on Wednesday, the 20th, crank up at 8:30, get there around 8:30, 8:40 for 9 o'clock start time, and then continue until you're done meeting with the employees. And then the 21st would be a cleanup. Okay. Yeah. So this should roll out pretty good. And I'm going to be there tomorrow morning. I want to meet Gerald. Gerald Thompson, I believe is his last name, is the owner. Really cool guy. He sounds really cool on the phone. And Jacob and I wouldn't know each other by sight if we were standing next to each other at the train station. So I'm going to get to meet Jacob tomorrow. This is our second case.
I know you. I've seen your picture. So you just, you haven't seen mine yet.
There you go.
Couple things there.
Okay.
So Gerald is not going to be at ARC. He's just mainly at Q. So if you come over, I would have to kind of, redirect you to Q if you wanted to go meet him. Teresa will be at ARC, and Gerald and Melinda's kind of Gerald's HR person. They'll be over at Q. And even though the two places are next door, you cannot walk in between the two. You still have to drive, unfortunately. They're like,
oh, really?
Because they're, huh?
I said, oh, really?
Yeah, there's a wall. You can hop a wall if you wanted to, but there's it's not. You still have to drive around. Literally, you can.
I'm sorry, we just have to cancel the enrollment. That's just not going to work.
Oh man, that's just too much. Go out there and do SWAT team training. Yeah.
So So.
Okay.
We provide louders.
We'll figure it out. When I get there, Jacob, I have a 12 o'clock commitment for a conference call with the home office at Colonial. It's been planned for a month. And so I'm at 10 till noon, I'm going to have to jam out to my car and sit there so I can participate in that conference call. But at least
maybe after you get off, I can take you over to see Gerald if that's better for you. After you get off your call, that might be a good time.
Yeah. And if I miss him, it's not the end of the world. But it would have been fun to catch both of you. Yeah. Does he get in early enough that maybe I could go over to Q first and say hi and hello and talk to you later?
Absolutely.
Maybe I'll do that first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that first. So let me go back to the document here. I think we're getting pretty darn close to done. So in terms of materials we get employees, we provide some materials inside a folder, Colonial folder. So there's some nice continuity of messaging and material we give the employees.
Can I add one? I'm sorry, I just thought about this. Can I add one more thing as far as logistics? Okay, so the ARC address is will be pretty clear. Like if you GPS to it, it'll be fine. But the Q address, because it's like in a sort of office park, kind of an industrial type office park. Mm-hmm. It doesn't sit right on the street where the address is, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So
everybody's going to be though at ARC first, though, right in the morning.
Everybody's going to be at ARC first, yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
So you can get right to ARC easily. GPS will take you right to where you need to be. It's a regular office building. But Q, coming out of ARC, if you made a right out of the parking lot, there's actually a street called Orangewood. You make a right on that street and you go around to the very end, and that's how there's several buildings, and they're building I. They're basically all of building I. So that's, people could get a little bit mixed up. I just want to give yourself plenty of time going from ARC to Q, and if you're going to Q first, Mike, you might, could get you turned around a little bit. But Orangewood is turn-off street for Q.
Great. I just made notes, so while I'm there, I can do exactly that. Turn right out of the parking lot from Mark on Orangewood, and go to Building I.
And it'd be the first street too. It'd be the first street coming from Mark. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Turn right on Orangewood, first street.
Turn right off of Arc. Turn right off of the office building that Arc sits onto Edinger, because Arc is actually on a corner. So turn onto Edinger, then make a right onto Orangewood, and you'll be fine. There's a Carl's Jr. over right in front of Arc too, if you more behind Mark. Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Got it. So that's pretty much the notes there. Ronnie, is there anything about forms, anything like that we need to go over using?
My familiarity is it's just the two forms, the actual enrollment form if it's a new person, or a renewal form or change form for an existing employee, and they're both going to be mapped in here.
Okay.
So we should be fine, but I still sent the PDFs to Margot and Gabriel. If there is any issues with pulling up the forms once they're there, you'll have a manual form to use if necessary, but I don't think you're going to have to use it.
Okay. All right. I sent a text to Gabriel. Apparently he's still at an enrollment and can't make it. But we're recording this, so he will get it. Jacob, is there anything else that you think we need to know that is salient to this one?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. All right. I think we are there.
Okay, then I'm going to stop recording and try to get that converted and sent over to Gabriel right away. And I'm inputting right now the forms in the vision section. Dental's done, medical's all done. This will be done in 2 minutes. And if you guys have any problems or have any new hires tomorrow and you need me to add them, just give me a call, Margot.
Okay, sure will.
And if you don't get me right away for whatever reason, I'm on the other line or on a conference call, and if it's a new person, just get their name, let them know that they're not in the system yet, and then just go to the next employee instead of making them wait around, and then you can go back to them later.
Okay.
Oh.
Or get their information and then circle back to them after you give me the information. So.
Okay. Will do.
All righty, then I think we're good. Jacob, thank you so much. I'm sorry my voice was out. Mike, thanks for helping me because it's already hurting. So if you guys need me, I'll be around tomorrow.
No worries.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
All
Thanks.
right.
Bye.
Take care, Jacob. See you tomorrow.